Hey, everyone. Well, it's been a few days since I've streamed. Now, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't streaming because I didn't feel like it. I went through a little bit of self reflection and I wasn't happy with what I had been making. Primarily because no one was watching. I think that's the biggest thing that hurt the most. So when I looked at the numbers, there wasn't anyone really watching the stuff that I was editing and putting up on Japanese from Zero, which is my main channel, which I thought was all good stuff, like the news, reading the news or reading like Quora and whatnot in Japanese. I was getting maybe 1,000 views, 1,500 views for a channel that has so many, so many subs. So I know that there's a disconnect between like the viewership and the subs. So I probably didn't, I kept understanding that, but it still bothered me that, I guess my pride was hurt, but when I look at it, I guess I have to go, okay, well, it's too high level. I think in the end, I don't know if you noticed, but I removed maybe half the videos on Japanese from Zero. I took them all down. Like first I accidentally took everything down by mistake. I went through and hand removed things. And then I was like, okay, I can select all. And I did a select all and I made everything private. So I had to go back and redo. Turned out that was better because it means less videos got released. So I put everything up. And there's like no live streams unless they're teaching. Long story short, the only thing I left were teaching videos where it's like, hey guys, let's learn a concept. There's no Japan story time, which I consider a huge failure for myself, unfortunately. There's no Sapporo day one vlog stuff. There's no live streams where I'm just chilling. There's almost no Ask a Teachers. There's no, I think there might be one or two maybe Japanese Topics Mania, because I just looked at the numbers and they're just bad. They're not good. They're not getting good. And that's the only way I can judge it, The only way I can judge it. Now, as for my studio being destroyed, this is not my studio. This is a brand new rendition of my studio. So downstairs, which is where I normally shoot, I have the big TV behind me. I don't know how to explain it, but I have this carpet. So we have vinyl planking on the carpet, like these, it looks like wood. This is fake wood on the floor throughout the entire house. And there's a carpet on top of that, this nice, carpet that fills most of the room, this nice shaggy carpet. But then because I have a chair, that rolls, I have a chair like guard thing on there, a thick plastic thing that takes up most of the carpet. And I think it was yesterday or the day before, it looked like there was water right where my chair is, but like underneath the mat. And when I like put my foot on the mat and pushed it down a little bit, like the water went, I was like, there's a lot of water underneath the mat. Like in the very center of the mat with no discernible way it could be there. So I went through is a lot of trouble to take that plastic mat off because it's underneath the TV stand and underneath the desk. So I have to like jam it out. It's got those plastic spike things to keep it in spot. So it's like really hard to move. I finally got it out and the carpet was just soaking wet. But then all around that circular spot, there was nothing indicating where the water came from. It's coming from underneath the planks, which means the house probably has a cracked foundation, what they call a cracked slab. That's my only thought. And I go in there every now and then, I stand on the plank, I push it down a little bit and water gushes up a little bit every time I do it. So there's still some sort of water source hitting there. I don't know what it is. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? I was like, well, I guess I know because I've had a flood here before. Those rooms are going to be out of commission. The whole back downstairs will be out of commission for a while, especially if they're going to have to go in there and fix the slab, which is bigger than just replacing the vinyl, which is what happened before. So I started moving things out and I was like, well, I'll put the big TV up here. I'll just rearrange my studio, put the big TV up here. But then, I don't know, it felt like too much work. I'd have to hire people to move the TV up. It's way too much work. So I was just like, you know what? I'd already taken the whole room apart. There was a studio up here, a previous rendition where this was my back wall, but now this used to be my side. I used to be facing this way, and the camera was here, but it was kind of an awkward setup. So I took it all down and I put it back. So This is the end result. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks now. And this will be my studio for a while because downstairs is just shot. I can't have the TV behind me anymore. That's where it is. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. So, yeah, I really didn't want to stream, though. I'm not going to promise any more streams because it's not worth my energy. Yeah, the next... It kind of sucks because before the studio got destroyed downstairs, I mean, it literally doesn't exist anymore. I decided I was going to find a way to make it work in front of the TV or I'll stand. I have some really big videos on YouTube, and there's a common theme for the videos that did really good. It's me standing in front of the TV doing this, like teaching like this. So I was going to do that again. So I don't know. I could do it here theoretically, but I don't think it's going to work in this room that way. So, either I won't make videos until that studio comes back into play, or I'll just make them here for a while. I'll do this style where I pop over like that. And I'm on the side like this, That's what I'll do. Sorry for that sucks. Yeah, it does suck, but hey, it is what it is, man. When you own a home, this is stuff that happens. Mimics says, "Hey George, just got here. What happened?" Oh, there's a weird leak in the very middle of my studio, in the floor. I haven't pulled up the vinyl planking to know what's happening, but it looks like there's a crack in the foundation of the house, theoretically, in that very room. And I don't know. I already submitted a insurance claim. They'll have to come out. I'm not going to touch anything until they come out. But I have to vacate everything out of that room because they're probably going to tear up all the flooring in there. And I imagine no matter what happens, either insurance pays for it or I end up paying for it, we're gonna have to re-cement that room, I'm guessing. And there might be a broken pipe in there too. I don't know. We don't really have cold winters here. There was rain the other day, but it seems like the water is getting replenished because when I step on the flooring, a little bit gushes up every time, just enough like a trickle. And I haven't taken a shower. My routine was I would go down there in the morning and take a shower and then do a live stream. But then yesterday or the day before, I can't remember when it was now, just like all of a sudden I was like, why is there water underneath my mat? It doesn't make sense that it can't be this much water. And if I had spilled water, which I've done multiple times, like 3 or 4 times I've spilled water in there, but I wipe it up and it's never that much water. This was like 5-7 cups of this size, that would have been there. I'm pretty sure insurance will pay. This isn't something that, that's what you get insurance for, right? I had one flood before from our laundry machine. Our washing machine wasn't plugged to the drain, and it was after we finished all the renovations. We moved into this house like 2 years ago. Months and months and months. It just is so long to get all the renovations done. Finally, everything was done. And then I said, okay, let's get everything plugged back in. Tiles were all laid. Everything that needed to be done was done in this house. Like not tiles, it was planking. And then the guy, he put the laundry machine together, and then we were kind of like, oh man, this is great. We're finally done. We're sitting in the other room when we hear this, just all this water. We hear all, I'm like, that does not sound right. And we come out and there's just water flowing from the laundry machine. And we caught it like right away. That was like the most purpose, like it was almost like we were ready for it. There was this big mound of clothing sitting in front of the washer. It started absorbing all the water. I had the wet vac right there. I turned that thing on and just sucking up the water. It didn't go too far. And I thought we had saved it. But later that night when I walked in that room, water gushed up from underneath the planks. So even though those planks are waterproof, if they get water underneath them, you have to pull them all up. And they're not something you can easily put back down, so they get destroyed. So we call in like the water remediation people, and they just tore up all of the, that room keeps getting its purpose changed because of flooding. So that was supposed to be the room where me and Yukari worked together on like Kanji from Zero and stuff like that. And it was going to be like our work. We were calling it Shigotobeya, our work room. And because of that, I moved everything upstairs, and that's exactly what happened this time. Now I moved everything back upstairs again. So yeah. So that room is everything's gonna be probably torn out. I'll probably put carpet in next time, and then I'll redo the studio with the TV in there. But I'll probably make it not a studio where I sit down and talk like this. I'll probably make it a studio where I just stand and teach lessons, and this will be This will be my chat area. That'll be my lesson area. I don't know. We'll find out. So what are you guys up to? That's what I've been up to. I think beyond that, though, you know, the studio being destroyed isn't the problem. I am still at a standstill. It's like, what am I going to do? Like when I look at the data for, here's what I think was happening, you know, people would come and they would like a lesson. They'd find what they were looking for on Japanese from Zero. They'd find it. And then they would get recommended some stupid video that I did, some completely unrelated video. And then why would they watch it?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a...
Sorry, that is Danny Gonzalez, who's a fantastic YouTuber. I was trying to go back into my studio. I haven't been in there all day. YouTube studio, I mean. Yeah, like the numbers are kind of ticking up now that I removed all those bad numbers, those bad videos out. The videos that aren't what people come in and expect. Also, I don't know if you saw it, but I changed all of my thumbnails to be very business-like. At least the most recent ones. Mick said I had something similar in 2022. Washing machine leaked and destroyed the wall behind it. Yeah. It's just part of owning a house, really. Like my other house, the tenant's moving out, so now I got to go in and I got to find another tenant. But before that, I've got to do about $15,000 worth of work on the bathrooms. There was I had bad workmanship on the tiling over there, and they used mortar instead of, what do they call it in English? Mortar instead of whatever. It's meji in Japanese. I can't think of what it is in English right now. The stuff that goes in between the tile. They used like the mortar that holds the tiles down, and they didn't put the grout. They didn't put proper grout in, so the grout came up. So that has to all be redone. And then we have some weird leak in the shower there too. So, you know, it sucks because I already spent $30-some thousand on a renovation there. So even though I had it rented for almost 2 years, I didn't make any money. I lost money on it. I mean, it is what it is. I still own the house, you know, and the value of the house has gone up since I bought it, and the mortgage has gone down. So I didn't really lose any money. I just didn't make as money as I wanted. Make any additional money after the mortgage. You'll move in. It's expensive, man. That's an expensive place. It's nice though. I hope I can find someone as good as my last tenants. They took their shoes off and everything. Trying to show my stats. Nope, not that one. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. Where is it though? Anyway. Yeah, I think I got the lighting pretty good this time around. It's kind of interesting. Like those aren't light bulbs in the green and the pink. That's like on the green side. The green side is a Chipotle cup placed on the light bulb thing and wrapped around it. LEDs that can handle different colors without doing flicker. And the same thing on the other side, but it's a Skinny Fats cup, and I just wrapped the light around it. Kind of fun. You take your shoes off, huh? Nice. Yeah, I was surprised to find out that a lot of countries do that. It's just America that doesn't take their shoes off. We're the dirty country. Where is it? Is it above there? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, wow. 16 people, huh? Guess that was a good title, huh? My studio is destroyed. Really sucks, too. You know? Because I kind of had it perfect for the first time. Like, it's a really good studio. I took when I built this one up here, I have this really cool setup. I'll explain it to you. I don't need my glasses anymore. Normally, if the monitors that I have are like right here and right here, where you wouldn't be able to see them, they're too close, so I don't need my glasses. But I was just trying to use some leftover monitors that I had, and they're big, but I can't put them on the desk, so I put them on a stand, and they're further away, which means now they're in my eyesight that doesn't require glasses. Both of my monitors. My main monitor is kind of iffy. It's almost there. But kind of nice. Don't really need my glasses. All right, see you later, Mimics. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, don't come to these streams if you're looking to learn Japanese. I'm not teaching it. These are junk streams. I don't plan them out. I wish I could. I'm curious, you know, how that would happen. You know, I'd have to have someone like looking up stuff. Like I know a lot of the big YouTubers, they've got someone that can help them out. That's like, here's some cool stuff. Like I just watched that Danny Gonzalez, and he was reacting to videos that someone had sent him, but he hadn't had to watch them, but they got curated for him, you know. Anyway, I guess that's all I had to say. I didn't have much else to say, honestly. Kind of just testing what the studio looks like. It looks pretty good. Could be better, but it is what it is. So this will probably be streaming for a while, but don't look for any streams, honestly. I don't think I'm going to be doing any. I'm probably only going to just do Japanese from Zero type stuff in the near future. That's it. Yeah, probably time to say goodbye. All right, peace.